Hi guys, welcome back to United People's TV. Liam here with Sam. I nearly forgot your name there, mate.
Off Liam, man.
Only joking.
No, you're not.
Just a bit of a preview on the Liverpool game. First and foremost,
The big one.
the big one, yeah. That's of all the games you look forward to all year. Whenever the fixture list comes out, that is the game you look at.
Anfield
That's
away,
the
man.
game. That's the game you look at.
And
That's
this-
the one with the most, I want to say, pedigree to win. That's bragging rights for the year. That they don't care about any other game as long as you beat the Scousers at Anfield.
And this is Liverpool look good this year. I think we've got to admit that.
I think
Going into the game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a case. Personally, I think it's going to be a case of who can defend better. United, I know I got slated last week for saying we look good going forward, or we look special going forward. But personally, I think we do look really good going forward, as do Liverpool. I think it's a case of who can defend better.
I think our defence is much better than Liverpool's.
Absolutely, yeah.
On paper.
Absolutely,
On
on paper,
paper.
yeah. On paper, yeah. But it's it's a matter of who turns
I mean,
up, really, isn't it?
it's Anfield. United in recent, obviously we won. I think was it last year we had 1-0 with Rooney, and
Yep.
then Mata obviously was overhead, and then we lost.
Did that get voted our goal of the season? It did, didn't it?
It should have been.
I think it did.
Good.
I think it did.
Absolutely.
What a goal.
Obviously, we lost in the Europa League. That was the first time we played Liverpool in
We
Europe.
didn't even turn up on that day.
That was
We didn't turn
that was
up.
trash. Absolutely
Yeah.
trash. Really embarrassing performance. But this one's got a sprinkle on top of it because Mourinho, Liverpool fucking hate Mourinho because of that. That game.
Yeah.
That game, when Gerrard slipped. I think he might have slipped in the game. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments if he did slip. But obviously they've got
Pardon me.
a hard on for Klopp right now. They're
Mate, he's good though. You got to give credit where credit's due. In fact, no, you don't. Fuck them. I hate them. But I hate them. We were having this conversation off air about would you go to Anfield, and I absolutely 110% would never go. I don't care. I couldn't stand to listen to them.
I don't fucking agree with that, man.
I cannot listen to them. I can't listen to them. That's the hardest part. Regardless of, well, obviously I'd like to win, but regardless of the scoreline, I can't listen to them. It infuriates me to have to listen to them. They're constantly living in past. Anyway, we'll not get into my hatred for Liverpool, but moving on, I personally think it'll be a case of 3-2 or 4-3 or something like that.
Well, you think it's going to be a
it'll be a
blockbuster?
high-scoring game. I think Liverpool are very good going forward, but as are we. And Mourinho is a fantastic tactician. I think Klopp's just all gone.
I'm saying that Mourinho is a fantastic tactician, but he fucked up against City in the first half. Like he gave it to, and then City play very similar to Liverpool in that they play with a really intense high press. And if we play the exact same way we did against City, we're going to give the game to Liverpool on a plate. I don't think we will. I think he's learned from that mistake. I like to think so. Everyone makes mistakes. I think Herrera's got to start.
I agree.
With Pogba in midfield. Obviously Herrera actually got Gerrard sent off in his final game as well.
Oh, I laughed. I was actually with a Liverpool fan that day, and I remember physically dancing around him whenever Gerrard got sent off. I danced around him. You see a fury in his face. Brilliant, absolutely fantastic.
Oh, Gerrard was getting sucked off all year because it was like, oh, Gerrard's retiring. Oh, every single week it felt
How
like.
long did he last? 2.5 minutes, was it? I don't think it was that long.
About a minute.
Oh, brilliant,
Literally
fantastic.
a minute. That was fucking brilliant. But I do expect United to play Herrera and Pogba in midfield, and I do expect us to play more how we did in the second half against City than we did in the first half. But as you said, got to give credit to Liverpool and Klopp at where it's due.
They look good going forward, mate.
And he's made them into a unit. But I think they've still got leaky holes in that defence.
Absolutely. I wholeheartedly agree. I think it's a case of, as I said before, who can defend better. Because I think we'll go and score a couple, but they look good.
But I mean,
going
there's going to
forward
be quite a few players there that haven't played in a derby before, a Liverpool United derby. Quite a few of our
Mane,
players.
were probably arguably their best player this year. Mane is one of them.
But then you look at United's team, we've got Zlatan, we've got Pogba, we've got...
Big game players. You don't want Rooney to start, do you?
No, I don't fucking want Rooney.
Why?
Because
Why?
Rooney's-
That is Rooney's game of the year.
No, it's not Rooney's game of the
Mate,
year. Have you
come
watched United at Anfield in recent
on.
years,
Rooney
man?
scored the winner last year.
Yeah, he might have scored the winner, but he was shit in that game. He might have scored the winner, and that is one of my biggest gripes about Rooney. We'll talk about the whole game where he got the assist for Rashford. Everyone's talking about the assist and ignoring the fact that for 90 minutes, he was piss poor. And Rooney at Anfield, obviously because of Merseyside, he always goes inward. I
disagree.
No,
I think it's the game he wants to play.
It's a game he wants to play, but I think it's a game where Rooney typically has performed the worst for United.
I don't know, let us know what you think. Obviously, it's an opinion here. I personally think he's fired up and ready to go.
No, I think if you're looking at one person to start in that number 10 role against Liverpool, it's got to be Juan Mata. You can't not play Juan Mata in that.
I mean, you make a valid point. I'm not going to lie. Given given his unbelievable goal last year, it was special. But I don't know. For me, why can you not play both of them?
Because if you play both of them, you don't start Rashford. And there's
Why?
no fucking way.
Why can you not play all three of them?
Who are you going to play then?
Rooney, Rashford, and Mata?
You're not going to play Martial?
No, have him on the bench.
Madness.
Why?
Madness.
Why?
Because Martial offers so much.
He scored a
more.
great goal against. All right, I'll give you that much. But
no, look,
no?
Martial looked absolutely mint when he came off the bench again. Who was it against? Stoke. That was it. Came off the bench.
He scored a decent goal. Yeah.
Scored a cracking goal, and he changed the game, the dynamic of how he went going forward. You know, Martial hasn't had the best of starts at United. Remember his debut against Liverpool. That goal that he scored, I think you can't not start Martial in a game like this. I think Rooney, watch what happens, right? We're going to play there, and Rooney's going to come off the bench for 15 minutes, and he's going to score a goal, hopefully the winner, and I'll suck him in, and it'll be brilliant.
And what happens then? Surely he has to start the next game then?
Maybe he does have to start the next game, but Rooney has to earn that, and I don't think Rooney's earned his place in that starting 11 right now. I think he's dropped him again in our.
So you play Herrera, Pogba.
Play Herrera and Pogba in that midfield too, but it's basically Herrera sitting as a deep midfielder, with Pogba running further up, with Mata in the middle, Martial and Rashford on the wings, and Zlatan up front. But Herrera shooting first time outside the box, scored a cracker, hit the post as well.
After all, let's watch. You play Rooney and you play.
Yeah, you probably will.
Have Fellaini.
No, I'll fuck Fellaini. But again, no, Fellaini.
You know my opinions on Fellaini.
Yeah, Fellaini again. Maybe in the last 10 minutes, if it's not working, bring him on and we start playing it further up the pitch.
Why? You've already got someone up there like Zlatan. Fellaini should not be anywhere near.
Yeah, that's true.
Fellaini shouldn't even be in the stadium. He's a terrible footballer. Terrible.
Yeah, but then you fucking sit and defend Rooney to the hilt.
Mate, Brian Rooney, come on. You're telling me that Fellaini's better than Rooney?
No, whoa. Don't put sentences in my mouth. I did not say that.
All right, are you bracketing them in the same?
No, but I'm saying if you're slamming Fellaini that much, you can't then defend Rooney vociferously and not say that Rooney has been bad for like a good few years, man.
Out of position? I don't know how many more times I gotta say this. He's been out of position for 3 years.
Yeah, but even when he's played the number 10 role, he hasn't been that good.
When has he played it?
He's played. I'm not an encyclopedia of games inside my head.
All right, okay. Off the top of your head.
No,
he hasn't.
He hasn't played there.
He hasn't even played there for England. He's been England's captain. He was playing midfield for the other night.
Rooney's not a midfielder, although he seems to think he is. And Mourinho said.
I'll agree with that.
And Mourinho at the start of the season said, "I'm only going to play Rooney as a 9 or a 10." And he hasn't really played Rooney as a 9 or a 10.
He can't play him as a 9 because Zlatan's been so good.
Yeah, but then.
And I wholeheartedly agreed it. But he's still a great player, mate. Look, everyone's talking about he's done all the rest of it. I personally don't think so. I think he's a role to play in the number 10 role. If you want to play two fast wingers on the outside of him, certainly. If you want to play Martial and Rashford, or you want to play Juan Mata, that's up to you. But
like, looking at the game, how do you expect United to actually play? What sort of performance do you expect?
I don't know. Mourinho. I remember going to watch. It was David Moyes' first home game, and it was against Chelsea Monday night, 8 o'clock. The most terrible game of football that I've ever watched. 0-0. Mourinho actually played without a striker for 70 minutes because he didn't want to lose, and it's just 0-0. Finished 0-0. He got his point. He went to United and he got his point. Is it going to be the same case against Liverpool? I really hope not. Pardon me. I really hope he comes out of the traps all guns blazing.
Would you take a point now if I gave it to you?
I don't want to say yes because I want to go and beat them, but no, I wouldn't. No,
you wouldn't.
I want to win.
I genuinely think 3 points is there for the taking for whichever team really turns up.
If it had been any other game other than Liverpool, I would have maybe questioned it. I'd have to think about it, but because it's Liverpool, I want to win. I wouldn't want to take a point. I want to go out. I remember it was about this time last year, I can't remember who we were playing, but either way, LVG basically sat back and didn't want to play, and we lost the game. And you're thinking, if you're going to lose the game, at least go out with a bang, at least have a go. You know, if we go and lose to Liverpool, obviously I'll be disappointed and I'll be upset. But at least we have a go. Go and have a go. No, I'm not talking about Liverpool. The game I'm talking about wasn't Liverpool. I can't remember who it was. I was sitting with Chris, who was here last week, and he was saying, you know, against City in the second half, at least we had a go. You know, we deserved to get beat. They were a better team over the period of the game, but at least we had a go, which is more than can be said to what we did last year. So I don't want to say I'd take a draw at Liverpool because I think we should go out and have a go. And if we do that, I think we're perfectly within our rights to beat them.
Then what's your prediction for the game then? I do agree with you. I think if you offer me a point...
It's such a hard decision, isn't it? Because they look good. Liverpool do look good.
Imagine we're doing this as fans. What's Mourinho now thinking?
I know, yeah.
This is the conversation that's going around.
What kind of team is he going to play?
I don't know. I think he's pretty set in his formation he's got now. I think he's seen what works with United. I don't think he's going to go back to two holding midfielders. I don't think it worked that well. I think
Because
Herrera...
Fellaini's terrible.
Yeah, Fellaini is shit, and Carrick's too slow to start. I think Herrera being in that, he's the most mobile, and we're not even talking about Schneiderlin, who I think he played well against, I think, was it away in the derby last year, he was mint, and kind of at home as well, but he's
another one that hasn't really, I know some of you corrected me last week, thanks for that, but he hasn't really had many minutes. I mean, over the last year, not just this season.
And he was such a fucking quality player
Yeah,
at Southampton. I
yeah.
still think he is a
I
quality
do rate
player.
him as a player, yeah.
I really, really do, but I think right now United's best midfield has been found. I think it's the most mobile defensive midfielder we've got. Called up to the Spain squad because of his form for United.
That was quite funny. I actually thought it was a wind-up. I thought the hair was winding him up. I like that.
Yeah, that's it. But long overdue for a player who I love. I think he really embodies United, and I think he knows what it means to play for United.
But it's a question of, is Mourinho going to play him?
I think Mourinho will play him. I think he's.
I really hope so.
Last couple of games, I think Mourinho will be foolish to switch, to take him out of the team, put Fellaini in. It'll be such a negative way to go into that game.
Yeah.
Predictions-wise, I agree with you. I think there'll be goals on both sides.
It's going to be 3-2, 2-1. I think both teams to score and one team to win is probably your best shout. I'd like to say United. 2-1, 3-2, 4-3, something like that. I think it'll be close, but there'll be a lot of goals.
And I hope this is the game where Zlatan really just
hat-trick,
fucking puffs his chest out. And like, this is literally why I came to United.
He needs to be watching Berbatov's hat-trick against Liverpool a few years ago, just to wind him up.
I was in Thailand for that. Getting touched up by ladyboys. That was weird.
Just the way you like it, mate. United top and all on. Give me the massage underneath the United top on. Smooth. Anyway, let us know what you think. Let us know what your starting lineup should be against Liverpool. As I say, we won't be here next Monday because we want to go to the game. So we'll see you Tuesday, and hopefully it'll be a positive result.
Hopefully
let us know what you
points.
think. Yeah. Comment in the box below, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Take it easy.